Oh my god, I'm sure he was feeling like I was going on a date or something, so he was like he wants to see who I'm going out with. And the next thing he took me and he bought me fried rice and big chicken. Let me just come and see the house. Next thing they told me that someone had already paid for it. I live in city center. Okay. Hi, hello, I am Francesca Treasure and you are welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be a mini life update video. Let me just start by explaining like the two reasons why I'm filming this video. So the first reason is a few people actually do follow up with my channel, and I sort of wanted it to I wanted the flow of my videos to sort of make sense to those people who are consistent viewers. Like, I don't want to just keep on hopping from like content to content without any sort of backstory or without any flow. So that's why I'm going to be explaining, you know, like behind the scenes every now and then. And number two was basically, I don't know if you've watched any of my videos, especially like my vlogs, you sort of see that I hardly engage with the camera. Now, at the end of the day, no matter how big or small of a content creator someone is, I feel as though your personality will always shine through in your videos. I'm the sort of person that, you know, like you could be around me for the whole day and not hear my voice. Do you understand? I hardly speak, but I could be present. I'm just present, but I'm not communicating. So I'm very fond of but I'm very outgoing. I'm an extrovert actually. I love going to places, so I do really enjoy just, you know, bringing the camera along and showing you guys scenes and everything. But my friends keep on telling me, you know what, your personality is actually not like, people will not get to know how bubbly or fun of a person you are if you never engage with the camera. So I also feel like once in a while doing this sit down, you know, talk through videos will help you guys get to know me and stuff like that. So instead of forcing myself to talk in a vlog when I usually wouldn't when I go out, like, because I'm mostly always alone, instead of being like doing something that isn't really me, then it's better to just make separate content where I actually sit down and talk, and I don't know, you get to see me in the process. So those are the two major reasons I feel a life update is sort of important. Now this is going to be a whole story, guys. Just calm down, because I don't also talk fast, but I actually try my best when I'm making videos to talk fast. Anyways, this started basically, let's just say like since the pandemic. So between 2020 and 2021, I basically moved houses and apartments 6 times in the span of less than 2 years. 1 year, 7 months. I had changed cities, I had changed houses in different cities many times. Like, so the previous house that you would see, maybe I'll put the thumbnail of that video, my 6 a.m. productive morning routine video. You could see my previous house in that vlog. When I moved to that place, I've already just made up my mind that, you know what, I'm going to stay here for the longest. Like, I don't, anything that has to do with moving, I'm washing my hands. Like, because I have a lot of things, like I have bags upon bags, so moving is always very, very hectic and stressful for me. So I made up my mind I'm going to stay in that house for at least over a year or something. I don't know, as long as maybe until I leave this place. Do you understand? I settled in very nicely, you know, I got myself comfortable, and I'm a bit of a minimalist actually. I don't buy decorations in my apartment. No, I don't do that. I just leave the furniture as it is, but got comfortable in terms of, you know, I shifted furniture, I made myself, you know, feel at home, made my studio space for sit down videos, you know, just workspace, and I felt quite good. Anyways, one blessed day of my contract for the house actually ending June. Do you understand? So I just came back home one day. I was like tired as hell, and next thing, the building manager comes to me because I'm supposed to renew the contract again and, you know, continue. And he just comes to me and he goes, oh, they had a home meeting with, like, you know, the, would I say landlord or whatever, and they have decided that they want to make a renovation and everybody has to leave. Mind you, uncle is telling me this 1 week to leave. Like, do you understand? 1 week time. 1 week. Why didn't you tell me like a month ago? Do you understand? Just a very abrupt call. And he had even given the security man the phone to come and tell me. Then he also came in person to tell me like, oh, we're so sorry, but we want to close for the summer and renovate the building. This is a building that is new. To be honest, it didn't make sense to me, but obviously by personality, I'm not the kind of person, like, you don't need to tell me to leave twice, like, just by personality. As soon as I had been told that, and then one time I was coming back home and he was asking me, oh, like, what day are you moving? I already like just low-key hated my house. Like, I was just not comfortable, because it's just not me. Like, when I just feel as though I'm not wanted somewhere, I'm swift to leave in. Do you understand? So I was already feeling uncomfortable, and it was so last minute. And in this place, finding a 1-bedroom apartment is very, very hard, because they always get taken very quickly. Mind you, I don't have any friend or anybody that I could pair a house with, especially on such short notice. I don't have anybody like I could get a 2-bedroom apartment with. So I'm like, okay, house hunting for a 1-bedroom apartment. Oh my god, it was such an irritating process. In this process, I was using like 4 different agents, and it was so daunting. What also made this thing a little bit more stressful for me was that my instructor had told me about a month ago that my project was going to be used for like an exhibition. Do you understand? So I had already been like focused, you know, that's something that my name is going to be on. So I've been focusing on it, like, you know, I have to get this very pristine work out, only for me to get hit with leave your house by ending of June now. Yeah, 2 weeks basically. Anyways, it was 1 week that he told me initially. So I was like, okay, how am I going to do this? And obviously I am taking my content creation very serious this period. Do you understand? Because I like when I like something, I genuinely do give my all. Do you understand? Like, I genuinely do put in a lot of effort. So I've been wanting the consistency on my channel to be there, even though I don't know if I'm pushing out the best videos or not, but I just want to be consistent. So I'm trying to do this whole content creation thing. I have an exhibition coming up, and now I'm having to, you know, find a house on such short notice. So I said, okay, what is similar to these 3 things I mentioned? I'm going to need to be very mobile. Do you understand? And here taxi fee, as fuel is going up, everything is becoming more pricey. Do you understand? So I know how much I would have had to spend on taking taxis. So I decided that, okay, do you know what, I mean, I have a driver license, let me just rent a car ASAP and, you know, get all my movements. Do you understand? Because some of the agents, sometimes they'll come and pick me up, while sometimes they'll be like, oh, meet me at so location. So during the day, I would literally spend the whole day checking houses. Do you understand? And what was very bad was that is either they were showing me places that are too far off, like not in town, of which if you're not mobile, it's going to be difficult for you to move around, or houses that are just not worth it. If you see some dirty, when I say dirty house that they want to collect how many pounds for, like pounds, like, fear the Lord your God, what's wrong with you? Like, it was so annoying. They were just showing me a lot of houses that was just not meeting, you know, it was lacking in one thing or the other. Do you understand? So I was getting really frustrated with it, but I'll spend the whole day house hunting, and then at night I still have to stay up and work on my project, my upcoming project submission, whatever. And during daytime I also try to like squeeze in content here or there, but when the thing became stressful, I sort of put filming content to the side. Actually, I actually did film some content, but what had happened was I used my second camera, which was I don't know what was wrong, if it was my camera setting, I don't know what was happening, but some of the footage looked very grainy, very shaky, so I couldn't use it. Do you understand? So it now even seemed like all the effort I was putting to push out content was a waste. So I just put that on a hold, and I'm like, do you know what, I really don't want to be stressed in the process anymore. On one fateful day, which if you saw my last video, was I think the day that I had gone to Acapulco to go and swim, just to have a relaxing moment in the midst of all this chaos. Because mind you, on a normal day, I wouldn't say I'm a good driver, but I'm a good driver by default, because I have a gauge of like 60 to 80 kilometers per hour. Like that's my moving speed. I rarely ever go faster than that. I'm mostly on 70 kilometers, like if it's on like freeway, or if it's in town, you know, traffic and all, I'm just moving slow with the crowd. Anyways, I went to Acapulco, and this particular place where I was like, it was full. Do you understand? Acapulco is full because of tourists and everything. It was very, very full, and there was no really any car space, and then someone just left. But that particular place, it was on a slope, and the space was tight. So in the process of trying to park and everything, I made a flop, just a mini flop, and I scratched somebody's car that was parked in front. Now this person's car really didn't have any damage, but mine got a dent, and this is a rental. So in the process of all of this, I'm like, oh my god, I was really panicking, because I've never had any I've had my driver's license here for like 4 years now, and I've never had any issue. And there's always points in times where I always rent cars. Do you understand? Nobody will even know, so I'll just rent car, go and do my thing, and I've never had any hiccup with it. Anyways, this happened, and I was really panicking, because you know, it's like if my first time to it. I first called someone, person didn't pick, then I called my friend, and my friend was like, you know what, calm down, it's quite chill, don't worry, though it will get sorted. Do you understand? So initially they had told me, oh, I wasn't going to pay for it. Do you understand? Like, I'm not going to pay. I'll go back to the house story, but yeah, I'm telling you what happened. I'm not going to pay for the damage. Next thing again, they said, oh, I'm going to pay for the damage. So I was a little bit confused, and anyways, eventually had to sort it out with the rental, and he was basically overcharging me, like way overcharging me for a very small incident. So I felt very hurt by it, to be honest, because this is somebody that is always smiling with me. Like, he's like the only person I rent a car from, like, ever, because I don't know, I felt like we had that relationship and everything. Next thing, now you're putting a ridiculous price on such a small incident, and I felt very hurt by it. I even reported to the police and everything, and they were like, okay, I shouldn't pay anything to him because that's a ridiculous amount, but then I would have to go to court to sort the whole thing out. So initially I was like, okay, cool, no problem. I was actually willing to push the whole court narrative, but at the end of the day, one day my friend had come and give me something. Yeah, he came to come and give me something at my place, and then that day I was actually, I don't know, it was just one of those days, just like today, where you just feel you're feeling all sweet, and I was looking all nice. So when he saw me, he said, you're looking very nice, so where are you going? And I'm like, nowhere. I was like, no, I want to drop you off. I'm sure he was feeling like I was going on a date or something, so he was like, he wants to see who I'm going out with. Anyways, he was like, let me drop you off at that person you're going to see. I want to drop you off there. I was like, okay, no problem. So I just directed him, and then when I directed him, we got to the place. He was like, isn't this police station? I'm like, yeah. She's like, what's up? I was just like, no, nothing, just something minor. Next thing, he locked his car door, and he was like, I'm going to talk today, because like I said, I'm not a very expressive person. I don't usually love to, you know, overshare what's going on with me. I just keep it to myself, and I tend to always be over independent with things. So he was like, oh no, that today I'm always hiding things. Today I must talk. So I just showed him the picture, and I told him what was going on, and he's like, is that what I'm being secretive about? I was not like, okay. He was like, okay, he'll wait for me, let me go inside and sort it out, and we can leave. So I went inside. Next thing, I was just waiting for them to attend to me. Next thing, I just saw him. He just came inside. And as soon as he came inside, I just became shy because, like I said, I'm not very good with, you know, bringing people into my business. Do you understand? So I was shy. I wasn't talking anymore. I was quiet. So he was not even the one that was helping me to talk to the police people, and he heard everything that they had to say, that, oh, I have to be the one to fix the damage, but like I don't have to. If I don't want to, I'll go to court with everything. So he was talking to the police guy and everything. After I heard what they had to say, my demeanor, my countenance, everything just changed. I wasn't very excited anymore. So when we got to the car, I was just like, you know, just take me home. He was like, no, why would I be taking what they are saying personal and everything? Like that day, I was like, my mood was so bad after I heard what they had to say, and that they didn't even want to say anything about it. Do you understand? They just made it seem like the car rental people had all the power to just treat me so unfairly. But anyways, it happened. So daddy, my friend, was like, no, he's not going to drop me off. I was like, drop me at home. He's like, he's not going to drop me at home. That my mood must be good before he goes and everything. And the next thing, he took me and he bought me fried rice and big chicken. It was like, you know, those moments where you're not in a good mood and then your dad buys you ice cream. That's how it felt like. Anyways, he bought me fried rice and chicken, and then we went to one place called Six Brothers and we ate, and he was talking. So after that whole conversation and everything, my mood got uplifted. He's like, next time I should always, you know, call somebody. Basically just saying that if I get into this kind of thing, I'm supposed to call a guy. Do you understand? Like, and somebody that would help me instead of just facing things like this by myself. So I said, okay, no problem. He was like, if you need anything, let me know. I was like, okay, no problem, thank you so much. So that particular day, now mind you, when it comes to the house hunting thing, right, when that happened, I had actually seen 2 houses that I liked before this one that I got. Right now I'm currently filming in my new apartment, so we all know that the issue is over. But and my next video is probably going to be my it's going to be my house tour, whatever. Anyways, I've seen 2 houses that I liked, but then next thing, let me just come and see the house. Next thing, they told me that someone had already paid for it. Just between night and morning, somebody has already paid for it. Did the person pay at 3 a.m? Do you understand? So when it comes to looking for house, your money has to be ready also. It's not something that you tell them wait. They are not waiting anything. Do you get? So by the time I had seen this 3rd house, I was just like, I had to use, like, because mind you, this whole car rental thing, I had to sort it out of my own accord, and this is all unbudgeted expenses. Do you understand? Content creation, filming videos that never made it to my channel, waste of money basically, because I'm like location hunting, location scouting, having fun outdoor. Those videos I never made it to my channel, car rental that I did damage I didn't budget for. So now I'm getting tight on cash at this point. Do you understand? So by the time I saw the 3rd one, I was just like, I was already like on edge. So I just told the guy, do you know what, let me just drop a deposit. I've not even seen the house, so I just said, don't worry, let me drop a deposit, so I won't hear stories that someone else had also taken it. Do you understand? So I dropped a deposit, and like, I think then after I dropped this, I just called my mom, because at this point I was getting too stressed. I was like, mama, see, at this point I'm finna be homeless. It's so impromptu. I was not supposed to be switching house anytime soon. This was not supposed to be, so it's so impromptu, and I really don't like, you know, putting pressure not just on my parents but anybody at all. Do you understand? So I felt really bad and everything, but she was like, okay, don't worry, I'll come through. Do you understand? In like 2 days, Momsi just like sent me funds and everything. So that was like the same day I also paid for like the car rental damage. So in like 2-3 days, everything that had been stressing me out in the past 2 weeks, 2 weeks, yeah, because of everything that was going on, I was falling behind on my exhibition, like the follow-up of my exhibition projects. Do you understand? I was falling behind, so everything was getting too stressful for me. But in like 3 days, I was able to get like that sorted, and they were all like basically money related issues. Do you understand? So it was just giving me headache. But as soon as I paid for my house, 90% of the stress was lifted off of me. Why? Because for me, like, my home is my gold, is my diamond, is my everything, because I'm at home a lot of the time. Like 90, okay, I won't say 90 though, it just depends, but majority of the time I'm at home. So when I was even house hunting, it even became a point that I was not even thinking about anything else. I was just like, you know what, I just want to see that the house that I'm getting has a clean toilet and clean kitchen. That's all. Like, that was now my criteria. After I would just keep on seeing like nonsense houses. And those agents, you know, agents actually do take a piece. They actually do take a piece, and it wasn't funny. They'll be pressurizing you to take something that is not nice. And I'm telling you, I want somewhere that is close. This is where all of my work and my business and my everything is. This is my area. Stop sending me to GAU, Law, or places that are not in close proximity to city center. I live in city center, okay? That happened, and event, I'm so happy that I was able to sort it out. Do you understand? In this particular instance, you could low-key say every disappointment finna be a blessing, because earlier on in about a month ago, I was looking for fitness centers that was in close proximity to mine. Do you understand? I was looking for basically yoga, Zumba, TRX, those classes type of fitness. Do you understand? Because I'm not very good at traditional gymming. Do you understand? So I was looking for that, and the person I found is like, she isn't based in Kyrenia, so it's like it was a little bit confusing for me. So I didn't follow up with what she was saying, only for me to get this place. Mind you, like I said, I'm actually going to do a tour, simply because this particular building does have amenities. Do you understand? So if you live, I mean, in this place, or you are ever coming here for a vacation or something, I consider this particular spot nice, simply because it's close, very close to city center, and it has amenities, so you don't really necessarily have to go, you know, far. Do you understand? So I'm so happy. Like, I was shocked to even find out that they had exact and it's actually very close to my old house. It's just like 5 minutes walk to my old house. Do you understand? So I was very shocked that, oh, there's even this place that has this fitness whatever, and I would have never gotten to know if I didn't low-key get kicked out of my house and everything. So in the next couple of, I don't know if I'll be able to do that, to be honest, but this is something I'm looking forward to, because this particular summer, oh Lord Jesus, by hook or by crook, I'm going to have a good time, because finally, oh my God, I submitted for my exhibition and my instructor likes my project. It was, oh my God, I had worked so hard on this. I had worked so hard on it. So the way everything fell into place at the end of the day, after like 2 weeks of pressure, longer than that, but yeah, anyways, after all of that, the way everything fell into place, I was actually so glad. So in the next couple of content, check out my previous videos and let me know if those are the type of content that you like to watch, because those are also the kind of content that I like to film, which is locations and tutorial videos. But like I said, I'm going to be dropping this sit down talk through every now and then. Like, subscribe, and also comment down below your, would I say, your experience with agents, because I was so pissed. I remember I fought with 2 of the agents, by the way. And then I ended up, the agent that actually got me this place was so nice to me. Oh my, I think at this point I'm rambling, but it was so nice to me, like, because I wasn't actually supposed to get it, because there was somebody else who had wanted to pay for like a year, of which I didn't have the funds to do that. But anyways, the agent decided to give it to me, because relatively speaking, in this place, when a house is new, they are very picky with who they give it to, and I think they prefer to give the house to a girl than to guys that sometimes mess up the furnitures and everything. But anyways, that's all that happened, and that's why I was away. Remember the last time I told you guys I was away in my exhausted not depressed video? Was because of I was getting mentally drained, and I took a 2 weeks break. This time around, I was away because I was about to be homeless. I was about to my content that I filmed wasn't going right, and I had a submission. Do you understand? So in the next couple of videos that will be following suit to everything I talked about in this video. I'm in such a good mental space. I'm so happy right now. I'm so happy. I don't know why I'm happy, but I just foresee a very bright summer / bright life ahead. So thanks for watching this video. Engage. I don't know what else to say, but yeah, it's very nice getting back on here, and have a good day. Love you. Mwah.